Good day, everybody. It's TJ Jones, Conrad, and Jelani, and this is Inside Men. Today, we got a special episode for you. We talking about gender displacement and sensitivity. Now, there's a lot of things that's going on in the world as far as banding cultural differences and what's normal to some people as far as sexuality and gender goes. So we're going to discuss some of those things today. We're going to discuss the LGBTQ community, and we're going to discuss the changes that they want to see within their community and within the world. Now, in 2015, the U.S. Supreme Court lifted the ban for same-sex marriage, 2015. Shortly thereafter, there was an argument to change it where there was gender bathrooms, meaning that anybody or any gender, any sex can use any bathroom if needed. So what are you guys' thoughts on everything that's going on with the LGBT community and the changes that they want to see and the bans that they want to see? First of all, all right. We're going to start this off with, in California Assembly Bill 1084 would ban boy and girl section in stores in California. Gender neutral clothes and gender neutral toys. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I think it's stupid.
Very stupid.
To have gender neutral toys and clothes.
To have exclusively gender neutral toys and clothes, I think is stupid.
But what do you consider gender neutral? Because you saying blue
Potato head.
yeah, you saying blue is specifically for boys and pink is specifically for girls. That's not what's being said. Before, back in the day, they used to say pink was a masculine color. So now it can go either way.
When I was a kid and I go to a toy store, I would go to the boy section because those were the things that I was interested in, like dolls and stuff. I mean, if I wanted them, they were there.
Yeah.
But I didn't want dolls. I wanted to play with G.I. Joes and Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. So if we get to a point where we're no longer, we're putting all the same toys in just one aisle. There's
you got Barbie and the action figure.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In the same bin.
That's crazy to me just because it's gonna create mad traffic in the lane. It doesn't make any sense.
There's a word and it's called structure.
Yeah.
And you see a lack of structure within this generation. And when you walk into stores, we like to see it be structured so that we can go to wherever it is we want to go to find what we need to find so we can get the hell out faster. Mm-hmm. When you mix boy and girl toys together, like you said, not only do you create clut, but you create confusion, and it's just for what? Why are you changing it? What benefit is there to intertwine boy and girl toys? I don't.
Identity purposes. That's what the community is saying, for identity purposes.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me because all right, so I'm not transgender, and there's nobody I know that I'm super close to that's transgender, but from what I gather, you feel like on the inside you're different than what you are on the outside. Mm-hmm. For instance, I could feel like I'm a woman, whatever. That doesn't mean that we need to say or have commercials where it's like little boys are playing with the toys that little girls used to play with, and this is creating, gender fluidity. That's silly. Let a kid be who they are. If a kid feels like, I'm, at some point they feel like they're in the wrong body or whatever it is, they're gonna feel like that regardless of if the G.I. Joe was mixed with the girls' toys or if it was separate. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand what you're trying to push with that. Mm-hmm. Yes, I want to build a society that's full of inclusivity and equality for everybody. Everybody should feel like they have a place, but we don't have to make everything the place for everyone at the same time. We can still have things specific for whatever the demand is. It just doesn't make sense to me.
I'm not homophobic. Neither am I transphobic. I'm okay with same-sex marriage. I have no problem with that. The issue that many people have a problem with it is that you don't want to see heterosexuals live by a certain, I would say live in a certain lane. I would say you don't want to see heterosexuals live a certain way. Yet you're trying to force the rest of the world to live by your way, your means, the way that you think, the way that you see things. And that right there, I disagree with that. I feel like you're putting your views on everybody because everything is changing. So it's going to shape people's minds on how they normally see things.
I just I don't see the logic behind it. I don't see the purpose. When people the LGBT community want to get married, I understand the logic behind that.
When you love somebody, you love them.
Yes,
you love them.
When you want rights so that you feel protected in the streets because people are going to be people, I understand that. But when you start complaining about things like a Mr. Potato Head or bathrooms and all that other stuff, for the bathroom has always been a problem for me. But like when you're dealing with like intertwining boys and girls toys, why? Why does it need to change?
And clothes.
Yeah, I don't see the purpose for
it. I guess they want to put skirts in the boys section. It's like, look, if the boy want to wear skirts, he knows where they are.
Exactly.
Yes. Like, come on.
It's now I'm gonna get a little personal with this. It's kind of funny because I have sons, 6 years old, twin boys, and my sons are fanatics of Super Mario Brothers. So they love the stuffed animals of Super Mario Brothers. They're 6 years old. So they get Super Mario. They have Luigi. They have Donkey Kong, Toad. They have the whole entire selection. Normally I wouldn't do this. But because it is a collection, I allowed them to get Peach. I allowed them to get Daisy because it's a part of a collection. I would never buy that on my own because I want my sons to know this is boys, that's girls. That's the way that I see things. That's the way I see things. That's the way that I was raised. But at the same time, what I did was a choice. I had a choice to give my son that girl, quote unquote, girl stuffed animal or not. So I don't think that you should have to include everything in one bin when it's a choice. If I don't want something, I don't want it. If I want something, I want it. I don't understand why everything has to be included in the same bin and everything is neutralized. I don't agree with that part. It's crazy because the LGBTQ community have a rainbow flag. So many different things are changing right now where there's actually a lifestyle that's called super straight. Have you guys heard of that?
No.
So the super straight so the super straight lifestyle came about where a guy was asked, "Hey, would you ever date a transgender woman?" He said no. He said, "Why? But this is a woman." He said no because it's a man that transformed into a woman. So no, I want a woman that's pure. Mm-hmm. So he created a lifestyle that's called super straight, which is I'm born man and I like the opposite sex that was born that way. I like another woman. I like a woman. Or a woman likes a man. So there's actually a lifestyle right now with the flag as well, orange and black flag, saying that they're super straight.
That's stupid.
What are you guys' thoughts on that?
It's stupid. I mean, if you're straight, if you're straight, you're straight. And
but I feel like it's a tit for tat situation,
and which makes it stupid because a lot of things that with all due respect, that is happening for the LGBTQ community, I think is dumb. Mm-hmm. When intertwining boys and girls sections is dumb. What you had sent in the group chat, Demi Lovato, I think you said.
Yeah.
Saying that they need to be
the gender reveal parties are transphobic.
Yeah.
How can you say a gender reveal party is transphobic? Now you're making kids that are boys into girls? I mean, that's the only way I see that. If that's a choice, let that individual child choose to be that. Now, if a doctor says you're having a girl, but you choose to have a gender reveal party and it's a boy, like, that's a problem for me.
Yeah, that's you making the choice.
Go ahead.
What I don't understand, and we're going to get into her actual tweet, but what I don't understand about it is children aren't able to do anything for themselves. Right. They can't feed themselves. They can't think for themselves. They can't even use the bathroom for themselves. Nothing. So who's to say that I should have put it in their hands to make a choice of what lifestyle they want to live? I choose the lifestyle that I want them to live. And as they get older, when they start experiencing things and understanding the ways of the world, then I can say, you know what, son, you like guys? I love you no less.
Right.
This is the lifestyle that you want to live. My daughter, this is the life. You want to be lesbian? You like girls? This is the lifestyle you want to live? I love you no less. But I'm not going to put those
force that
lifestyle on them before they're even born. We talking about gender reveal parties. The baby's even born yet. And people have gender reveal parties before they even have the baby shower.
Let people celebrate their baby the way they want to celebrate their baby.
Literally, and that's the crazy thing, because how you choose to celebrate is a problem for somebody else. I have to celebrate the way you celebrate, or I have to think the way you think, or me and you can't coexist in the same room together.
Mm-hmm. Like, I understand some of the celebrations are ridiculous, like the dude who started the forest fire and the one who killed himself a couple weeks ago because something exploded. Yeah, you're doing too much. But let people celebrate their kid. This might be the only one they ever get. They might have been trying for 10 years. Like, let people celebrate their kids. And if they're traditional and they choose to identify their gender with blue or pink, let them do that. Like, this doesn't mean that they hate you because you're different. Mm-hmm. Like, come on. This shit is just the oversensitivity, just overall softness that we dealing with right now in society just doesn't make any sense, man. Like, you don't have to be overly sensitive to be inclusive.
Yeah.
You don't have, it doesn't work that way.
I agree with you 100%. And it's, you want people to see things your way, and I get that. I understand that. I 100% get that. But to change the way, because what's normal now? To change the way that things have normally been. But what's normal now? Because heterosexual, we would say the certain way lifestyle that we live was normal to us. Mm-hmm. It's no longer that way anymore. So is it our normalcy or is it your normalcy? Because what's normal now?
I don't think, heterosexual is a normal thing. Homosexuality has existed, for forever. You understand what I'm saying? It's just, it's just up until recently has it been accepted. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're, a biblical person, you go back to Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was rape, there was a lot of homosexuality going on. It was all of that. So it's just that's been here. That's not new. It's just, the respect that's being given to them is what, is new, and what's normal is accepting them and allowing them to, feel free to be themselves, because for many years they felt like they couldn't be themselves for, safety purposes.
Yes.
So, that's the only thing that's becoming normal. You want to normalize people being free with who they are. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I agree. It's just a lot of oversensitivity,
When it comes to somebody from that community, I feel like it all stems from them wanting equality. Everybody wants equality. And yes, you might have been targeted because it's not normal, because people see you as different. And I understand the movement. Because when you talk about race and just lifestyles, we as black people, we have the Black Lives Matter movement, we have other movements. I understand the movement. But when you start trying to shape small things that we're accustomed to, I feel like you want it solely about you.
I don't think that's the case, though. I don't necessarily believe that it's the LGBTQ community that's trying to shape things. I think it's people who are trying to appease and trying to kind of stand out and show, like, hey, we're woke, we're about change, and they're reaching for certain shit.
And 8 out of 10 times is all for money. Yeah, I don't even really feel like it's genuine. I feel like a lot of people just do things just so that they can be in good standings with the people who spend their money.
Yep.
Just like when the Black Lives Matters thing, every company wanted to leave a Black Lives Matters, message after the commercial, and it just targeted all of them. It just
put the blackout square.
Everybody's
doing that shit. And it's like
that was because they didn't want to get canceled.
Yeah, but when I walk in your store tomorrow, y'all still gonna follow me around.
Exactly. So exactly. And, I felt like that was bullshit, and it was just done so that cancel cultures alive and kicking. Boy, they canceling everybody. For everything.
Yes.
Like even the littlest things. You're getting canceled for. So it's just people trying not to get canceled. You spend your
you have to be politically correct.
You spend your whole life trying to get somewhere, and you say one thing wrong. You have 5 seconds of a brain lapse, and what you spend 20 years working for, you lose. Like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just cancel culture is real right now.
Yes. Going back to what Demi Lovato tweeted, she tweeted a 9-page tweet in regards to her feelings and how she felt about it. And I'm going to express it right now. I'm going to read it, what she wrote.
All 9 pages?
Jesus. Well, not all 9 pages. not all 9 pages, but the first and the last, what sums up everything. It's both insincere and incorrect to pretend that gender reveal parties are not transphobic. You can't have your proverbial pink, blue, binary cake and eat it too. This is not about political correctness. It's just ... correct. We condemn gender reveals not because of our identity, but because of reality. So that's the first page. Then the last page, she writes, the irony is that trans and gender non-conforming people are accused of advancing a gender ideology, when in fact we are trying to escape it. The real ideology at play here is a system which romanticizes the denial of individuality in the service of maintaining category. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are you don't have to conform to any system you don't want to. This is America. That is what makes us Americans.
Yeah.
That is American freedom. So stop. Like when you do things like that, a 9-page tweet, yes, you can be accused of pushing an agenda at that point because you're saying you need to change what you're doing to embrace our way of life. And that shit doesn't make any sense. You don't have to conform to anything in America.
If you don't want to.
If you don't want to.
Yeah. She said a lot. She also said gender reveals are based on the illusion that genitals equal gender and that there are only 2 options, a boy and a girl.
Genitals do equal gender. That's how you know who you are.
Yeah, this definition erases the fact that there are boys with vaginas and girls with penises.
Come on, man.
There's boys with vaginas and girls with penises, and that there are people who are neither boy nor girl. The idea that sex is based on genitalia is inconsistent with science.
No, it's not.
We as you know a man when you see that he has a penis. You know a woman when you see that she has a vagina. So I don't understand the inconsistency when it comes to science.
I understand the word gender, and if they want to challenge the word gender, but you can't challenge sex. Sex, that's science. You can't challenge that word, male or female, and it's determined by the sexual organs. And obviously some other things, scientific, but you're born with a penis, your sex is male. You're born with a vagina, your sex is female. I understand people feel differently, and I understand they want to challenge the word gender. Challenge the word gender. That's fine. If you want, you don't have to say gender reveal party if you don't want to. But if somebody else does, that's their right. Like you can't say they're transphobic because they're choosing to live like what if they have what if one of their children is transgender? Like come on, like I just feel like passing judgment on people because they're doing something that you don't agree with. It is you're doing harm to your own cause because you're going to create pushback from people, and then you're going to have a world where now nobody wants to hear what you have to say because you're not accepting their way of life either. Like. I don't know, man.
I agree with you 100%. Where I feel like people are trying to sway other people to seeing their point of view. Everything right here is opinion based. You know what I'm saying? It's opinion based. So when something is opinion based, it could go on forever because it's my point of view versus your point of view. So we can go on forever. Who's it? I was it about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago? I went to a gender reveal party. Not one person there had an issue with it. Everybody was in awe, and everybody knew what it was. Everybody had a little bet: is it going to be a boy? Is it going to be pink? Is it going to be a girl? Is it going to be pink and blue? You know, for the reference of the colors, but nothing. Nobody had an issue with it. Nobody had an issue with it. I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem.
Like I said, it doesn't make sense to me, and you know, it starts to feel like there's an agenda that's being pushed, and you know, one thing you can't dispute are facts, and like Jelani said, you know what I'm saying. You know, you're a male. You're a male. You know, your sexual organs define, you know, who you are, and you know, in most cases, you know what I'm saying. So it's just for you to say that boys can have vaginas and you know girls can have penises. I'm sorry, you can, you know, transform from a male to a female and a female to a male, but you know your DNA is still that of a male if you're a male and that of a female if you're a female, and it's just. I don't know, man. Everybody needs to be careful, man, because once you start to try to defy science, man, it's a slippery slope. And, you know, this shit is already spilling into athletics. It's already spilling into athletics. And, you know, we're going to stick with facts. We're not going to, you know, we're going to leave our opinions out of it, you know. Physically, males are built differently from women. We're stronger than them. You understand what I'm saying? And all of this intertwining is cute until, you know, it's your daughter that's running track and there's a transgender there. And he blows all the women out. Now you have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Or that MMA fighter that's transgender that fought that girl and broke her face in 3 places. It's just, you know, you guys want to be protected. You know, you want the laws to protect you. I understand that, and I'm 110% for it. But that just can't work. Men can't play in female sports. You can't do it. Women can't play in men's sports unless it's ping pong or something like that. It's
not physical.
Yeah, it's like that for a reason. You know, we're different. You know, so it's just.
All right, so let's change the conversation right now. Do you guys think people are born gay, or that's just something that they experience and like?
Yeah, every gay person I know told me they were born gay. So
I've that's an argument that I've had in college. You know, a debate that I've had in college. That's a debate that probably will live on forever in many heterosexual versus homosexual communities, but I think people are born that way, and I think it's both.
I don't know how anybody could debate it.
There are some. Why you say that?
Because if you're not gay, you don't know.
But it's what you believe. It's what you see.
You can't believe anything if you're not gay. Like you can't say you weren't born that way.
But
like,
how many women, even men, but how many people who had a bad relationship with the opposite sex and says, you know what? Oh, it's going to be so much better, so I'm going to date the same sex.
Just somebody. That's what they call them.
Jilted.
Curious.
Yeah, but that's what they're going off of. So that's why they say that. Oh, it looks like this person is just playing the field.
That's different because a lot of those women end up going back to men anyway.
I haven't seen that. Most of those women tend to stay with women.
No,
you know,
they're trying it out and they're gonna go back to a man because they're attracted to men. Like unless like she been attracted to women her whole life and she never tried it, she gonna go back to a man. Like that shit happens a lot.
When Tyra Banks had her talk show, she actually had this same conversation, and there was a guy on the show who said that he was born gay. He said that he hates being gay. He hates being gay, but that's just the way he is. He said he tries to spend time with a woman. He tried to have sex with a woman, just can't get up. It just doesn't feel good. It doesn't work for him. So he goes back to men, which he hates. And that's crazy. And hearing it from a gay person, now I can see because I'm not gay. I've never had a gay experience. I don't know too many gay people. So to hear it from a gay person about his lifestyle and his experiences gave me the insight that, hey, this man was born that way. You know, some people are born that way. And then, you know, some people play the field.
I don't know. I think it's a choice.
Initially?
Yeah, I think
So
everything.
you don't think anybody's born
I think
that way?
I think everything in life is a choice.
Yeah, we had this discussion before. We had this discussion
Yeah.
before. But so you don't think anybody's born that way?
No.
Even all right, let's go back to Dwayne Wade. You know, he has a transgender child right now who was born a boy, born a male, and now lives the life of a female.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade said it himself that he saw it in his child
At a very young age.
At a very young age, at 3 years old.
He wasn't doing things boys should do at that age. Yeah.
Correct. And you disagree with that? You think that was a choice?
I think everything in life is a choice.
So at 3 years old, you think you know what you're doing?
At 3 years old,
like, can you really fathom I want to put lipstick on and wear high heel shoes?
Well, see, the thing about it is, kids imitate what they see. So you know, I've seen 4-year-olds walk around humping, doing humping gestures. I've seen kids walk around and walk in heels because mommy's always walking in heels. Kids, they see things on TV and they imitate it. We was all kids.
Do you think you're not attracted to men, or you choose not to be attracted to men?
I'm not attracted to men.
So it's not a choice.
Yeah, well, if I got intimate with a man, it would be a choice that I'm making.
That would be a choice, but you wouldn't be choosing to be attracted to him if you were just attracted to him.
But is it the attraction or is it the action that makes you gay?
It's got to be the attraction because it's gonna be there the whole time.
Nah, I mean,
if you attracted to men but you suppress it and then go with women, you still gonna be attracted to men.
But does that make you gay?
I mean,
because a lot of people see it as the act.
I think it's the intent.
So if you think about killing somebody, are you a murderer? You're only a murderer once you commit the act.
Correct.
So why can't those same rules apply?
So you think you're only gay when you actually do something and not just not the thoughts?
I mean,
let me ask you a question.
I don't have homosexual thoughts, bro.
No. But I'm just talking about no.
I just think that.
So if we ain't hanging out right now, if we hanging out right now and we come to your crib right now and you watching gay porn, you're not acting in anything, but there's an attraction to it there. So the first thing we would say is, "Yo, you gay?"
Yeah, I mean that's what you're gonna ask them. Yeah. You
get what I'm?
But I know women that watch lesbian porn, but they don't consider themselves gay. And they've never messed with a woman before.
But women are different though.
But the same rules have to apply.
Nah, it's just women are different.
Women are not different. Women are different in your mind.
No,
women are not different.
No, I say
rules got.
No, but I say women are different because women.
It's just accepted in society.
Yes.
Exactly.
For women to be more openly intimate with women.
Because men want to see that. That's why.
Yes.
But women enjoy that too.
Men enjoy having sex with men. Like,
exactly.
Like people, you enjoy what you enjoy. I don't know, but I just personally don't think people choose to be attracted to whatever they're attracted to.
Correct. You don't see too many straight men going to a gay strip club.
That's because
to a strip club, I should say,
because
a male strip club.
There's fear of ridicule.
Yeah, I mean, society. The way people conform to society rules and pressures, I'm sure play a part in a lot of things people do.
But you see, women do it all the time
because society treats it differently. Yeah. Society reacts to a man with another man differently than society reacts to a woman and another woman. So we all conform to societal pressures and expectations. So it's just, all of it. It's just who says men can't wear skirts? Society. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Because in Scotland they wear
right. There's nothing out there that says if you're a man and you wear a skirt you're gay. So and I don't think a man that wears a skirt is technically gay.
Okay,
that's just an article of clothing. I mean it's different, but I think what makes you gay is the act, the action,
the actual act.
Yeah,
interesting. It's not the thought, because the thought comes before the act.
Absolutely. But like I said, if you think about killing somebody, should you go to jail for that? No. It's the act that gets you. If you can think about cheating on your wife all day long, but that's not going to cost you your relationship. What's going to cost you your relationship is cheating on your wife. The thought of and the act are two different things.
What I'm saying is, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that the thought leads to the act.
In every situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's definitely a conversation that can be had and that can go on for a long time. As far as, do you think?
I mean, it would actually be helpful if if there was somebody that we actually knew that was gay that was here with us today to give us their side on their experience and how they came to the understanding.
Definitely, anybody from the LGBTQ community, please comment on our YouTube page and just let us know
Instagram page,
our Instagram page, our YouTube page. Let us know your thoughts and how you feel about what's going on, because this is definitely a topic that will live on forever. This is not going away at all. Not just
absolutely not.
Not
It's
on
only
this
beginning.
show, not in this world.
only beginning.
No, it's only the beginning. We're going to California does a lot. California does a lot. And what I mean by California does a lot is a lot of things start there. So marijuana started there where they made it legal. That's one of the places where it started. Same-sex marriage started in California as well. And now you're doing the ban for neutral.
Stupid. We got to get permission to get married.
That's a fact.
That's stupid to me. But
Meaning-
shout out to
meaning what?
that we have to go get permission to get married. We got to get it. We got to ask for permission to get married. I think that's stupid.
So you should just be able to
Yeah.
just marry somebody.
Yeah. Who? Why? How can any law tell you that you have to come and ask for permission to get married? I need a marriage license, so I need to go ask.
There's has to be a certain age because you have to know what you're getting yourself into. Marriage is just
Nobody
not,
knows what they're getting themselves into.
But
Every
no,
marriage
what I'm
is
saying,
different.
no, but I get that 100%. But what I'm saying is that marriage is a business as well too. So you got to know who you're getting in the business with. You can't have two 13-year-olds getting married. You can't have that.
But you have,
so
you
there
have
has,
two.
there
You
has
have
to
two.
have there has to have some ground of understanding, and there has to be some laws put in place. You don't agree with that?
I'm anti-marriage. So.
No, I mean,
But why though?
Because, like you said, it's a business and it's too much. Like, it's just too much. Why did somebody get a say in it? It's just too much. Like, it shouldn't be that complicated. I want to be with this person.
Right.
I want to be with this person. Okay, now we no longer want to be together. We can go. No, there's all these legal hoops you got to jump through. Like, it doesn't make sense, man. I'm not going to get into about marriage because that's not what this is about.
Yeah.
But I don't see the point in marriage, especially for men.
Gay men?
Any man.
Any man?
Like, I don't see. I mean, I only know the nature of a straight man, but I don't see the point. I don't see, not the point. I don't see what a man gets out of a marriage.
Now you guys mentioned before that it's frowned upon when it comes same-sex marriage as far as gays because it's just frowned upon because it's a man and it's more acceptable in the community.
Well, not so much now, but I mean, you want to go back 15 years ago, historically, absolutely.
But is that because a man is supposed to be macho, machismo, masculine guy, and then you typically in a gay, there's somebody who's softer.
I think
So
the only
is that
reason
why?
it was ever frowned upon is because it was a male-dominated world. So, they set the rules, and man's supposed to be like this and not like this. And, if we think about the era where our parents were being raised, they're in the era where, like, your kid is getting their ass beat if they do something that seems gay, right? Or seems soft as a boy, or the girl is hanging out with the boys and she's too much of a tomboy. They weren't of a, now there's more of an understanding. So kids, exhibit certain things. Parents can accept it. Parents understand how to accept it more. It was a different era, so I don't know. Times change, man.
You brought something up. Does that term still exist, tomboy?
Yeah.
Does that term still exist?
Yeah.
Actually, maybe not.
That's
Maybe
what I'm
not
saying.
now. Probably not. I haven't heard it since because I only heard it growing up as a child. I don't really hear it.
Like when we were in
anymore.
high school, junior high school.
I don't really hear
it too much. Because what's your definition of tomboy? Because a tomboy would be a woman who you would say dresses like a boy, or has just a little edge to her, a little rougher side to her. But now everybody wants equality, so anybody can be classified as a tomboy.
Yeah,
I don't think that
much anymore.
I don't think that term.
Nah, I think tomboys just that girls that are heterosexual, but they dress like boys. So they'll have baggy jeans or,
played sports.
Baggy jeans?
Boys.
You don't see people wearing baggy jeans anymore.
Hmm?
You don't see people wearing baggy jeans anymore.
Yes, yeah, I do.
The style of clothing has changed of a tomboy.
That's also true too.
You know what I'm saying?
You got some dudes out there wearing pants tight as women.
Yeah,
like.
But I mean, that's style though. So I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. But that was a part of it. You knew back in the days, I mean, like early 2000s, you knew that was a tomboy because everybody used to buy pants that was much bigger, than their actual size. So
well, I mean,
when you saw a girl, she had baggy pants on. Oh, that's a tomboy because every girl wore tight pants. Now everybody's wearing tight pants.
I mean, I don't know. I do remember, back in the day, a lot of chicks went for that Aaliyah look. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I guess.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
I haven't heard that term in a long time.
I'm also mid-30s, so like
Yeah.
I'm not hanging out with
Exactly.
anybody who would be considered a tomboy. So
I mean, if you're a girl and you dress like that, then you dress like that. I don't consider you a tomboy. I'm not, nah, she a tomboy. Nah, she's whatever her name is, So it's just, we in our 30s, we looking at it differently.
Yeah, much different.
12-year-olds is like, oh, she a tomboy. She dressed like a boy. So it's just, I don't see it like that.
Yeah, I haven't heard that term in a long time though. But I guess that's just us getting older and our age and seeing things differently because I know our parents had different terms and, things.
Then maybe the newer generation is probably not even using it. Maybe their tomboys are just dykes. You know what I'm saying?
But we had dykes.
Yeah, we did. But we always called dykes that were lesbians that dressed like boys. They were considered dykes.
What was
that
the
appropriate term, dykes? Should we just,
Is it?
I don't know if we should be throwing. I don't know if that's the appropriate term. Like I don't know.
Might not be.
Butch? I don't know.
They use
maybe
butch as well. They use butch as well.
So it's not dyke. It's
No,
butch.
I mean, it was a bunch of different
I'm
names.
asking. I don't know.
It was a bunch of different names.
I don't know. So I'm just saying, like maybe we should refrain from just saying that because we don't know if that's the term. We're not trying to offend nobody.
No, I don't want to offend no. But what would you say then?
I don't know. I don't know.
And listen,
I don't know.
If we say something out of ignorance that offends somebody, don't get offended. Just jump in our message box and educate us.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like this, we might be ignorant to what we're saying right now, but we're not saying it to offend anybody.
Yeah. It's speaking of offending people. We're going to veer off topic a little bit, but speaking of offending people, we talked about this briefly in a previous episode as far as your brand and how much your job plays on what you do outside of it and affecting your brand. Now, NBA basketball player Miles Leonard was playing video games with somebody and he called them an offensive word, Jew word, an offensive language, offensive slur towards a Jew. It's called Kika.
Nope.
No, it is not. It just don't. It's Kike.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What you mean?
We ain't saying them slurs on air.
Yeah, I don't.
No. Okay. Well,
leave that out.
He said an offensive.
Anti-Sem. Yeah.
Yes, he said an offensive word, and now he's suspended from the team. And what are you guys' thoughts on that? Because
he deserves it.
I said that before that when you say and do certain things, you hurt the brand.
Yeah, he deserves it. He said, "Fucking, yeah, he deserves it. He's wilding. Like, if it's no different if he said you fucking N. Like he gets what he deserves.
Was he even playing a Jew when he said it?
It don't even matter. Like just saying it, the fact that he said it like that means he knows what he was saying.
Understood.
So
makes sense.
Is what it is.
I mean, you're a public figure. I know what Call of Duty lobbies consist of. I used to play Xbox, and Call of Duty lobbies are offensive and derogatory as hell.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? Anything you think you could probably you won't hear, you'll hear in a Call of Duty lobby. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I mean, in today's day, you just got to be mindful of the things you say. Everybody's watching, and when you're live streaming, he's gonna get released off that team. He's probably not gonna play another. Listen,
you believe so?
Mickey Arias is Jewish.
Jewish, yeah.
The
owner?
Yeah, he's Jewish.
Interesting.
And then on top of that, Myers Leonard, he's not even a good player. So it's not Jimmy Butler who sent.
They always wait for him to come back from injury. You know?
It's not like it's Jimmy Butler or
Exactly.
somebody who is actually a really good player. So he's pretty much expendable. And it's just like I said, you work your whole life to get somewhere, and
he's out indefinitely.
3-second brain cramp. You know what I'm saying? And you lose it all. And he actually has some other sponsors, gaming sponsors that also
Cancel
cut
him?
Yeah, it's
cut
over
ties
for
with him.
him. It's over. He's losing any deal, any sponsorship he has. Over.
Cut
It's
ties
over.
with him already.
Now, just to sum all this up, how much has what would the world be without social media? Because the reason why I say that is because before, back in the days, and I was actually talking about this earlier today, back in the days, it was different. You want to play, Nintendo 64, you want to play Xbox, PS4, whatever the case may be, PS2, you would go to the person's house. It'd be five people just sitting there just playing. We said what we said amongst each other in the room by ourselves, Now you playing somebody online that you never even met before, and this person is saying all these derogatory things to you. You talking back to them, and something that you say to the person might be offensive.
Yeah.
In addition to that, even when we talking about the LGBT community, a lot of things are heightened because of social media.
I mean, without social media, there would be less credible evidence of people's fucked up shit. So
Right.
I don't feel no way about social media. Some people use it to their detriment. Some people use it for good. It's there. Use it how you gonna use it.
I just feel like people got to be more mindful.
That's all it
It's
is.
just you literally have to, if you think you have freedom of speech, you don't. You literally have to watch everything you say. Yep. These social media platforms can censor you. They did it to the president. You understand what I'm saying?
You see, he's coming back now.
Yeah,
he's coming after his.
Back where?
Well, they talking about now. He showed face basically. He showed face after his court case and stuff like that. The trials. He showed face
after he got off. But,
yeah. That's a whole nother topic.
But it's just.
Do you like social media?
Yeah. It has its benefits. I do. It has its benefits. I'm not making money off social media, but I know a lot of people who are making, a lot of money off of it. I'm somebody who's just able to adapt. So I mean, I'm gonna be able to adapt to however way the world, goes. So I don't mind it.
Okay. Speaking of adapting, we're going to veer off topic a little bit, and we're going to talk a little bit about academics and his response and what he said to Jay-Z. Jelani, you want to take over on this one?
So this this whole topic is bigger than just what academics said. For me, it just points out one of the things that I see as a problem in the black community with us failing to support each other in anything we do. I don't care if you like Jay-Z or not. I don't make no money from Jay-Z. But Jay-Z recently closed a couple really big business deals. Good for him. I don't get no money from that. But I didn't like academics' words. He said that Jay-Z's sale of majority of Tidal and 50% of Ace of Spades is like a classic bait and switch, as if he was gaming black people into supporting him and then selling it off. When in reality, he's just doing business, and whether or not you choose to support him is your business. So I don't understand the whole he's bait and switching and he's using black people. Black people got to support black people. Period. I didn't see anything wrong with it. With what Jay-Z did. I feel like academics is reaching. I don't know how y'all feel about it.
I read the article myself, and I 100% agree with academics. And the reason why I say that is because when you're a business person, are you selling a product or are you selling yourself? And I feel like Jay-Z sold himself so that way he can get people on his side. That way he can get business. That's why he can get the fans.
Any
look what
artist
he did.
that sells a product is selling themselves.
But
That's
look what
why
he
you use an artist to sell a product.
Okay, and where was the Nets? They were in New Jersey. He signed on, got them to Brooklyn. Once they came to Brooklyn, he dipped.
He didn't really. He was a
owner. He was a face. He was a face.
Yeah,
but
he was a face of the transaction. But the way
he was a primary reason why.
No.
Why they can't? He was the primary reason why they can't.
He was he's had like 1% of the
less
team.
Less than 1%.
Yes, he had.
He was not the reason.
But
the money behind it.
But they came to Brooklyn off of his strength.
Yeah, he was the face
He was
behind
the face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he dipped.
Absolutely, he sold the little bit of shares he had. Absolutely.
Now I get what you're saying, as far as wanting people to support you, because he started Tidal as far as this is going.
He didn't start Tidal. He bought Tidal.
Okay, so he bought Tidal. He bought Tidal saying that this is supposed to be for black excellence.
Nope. He bought Tidal and said this is for artists to get fair pay. It wasn't about black excellence.
Well, this is what academics is saying.
Exactly. Academics is wrong.
Okay.
I remember all the commercials for Tidal. It was Jay-Z talking with other famous musicians and explaining to them why this is a good investment for them.
Okay.
It was not about black excellence. It was about fighting Spotify, fighting Apple, fighting YouTube for better pay. That's what it was.
Well, academic says that it was fighting those Spotify, those other platforms, Spotify, Apple, and YouTube, because they were white owned. And he wanted to be.
No, you could go back and look at his comments. He didn't say nothing about y'all being white owned. He said about money for the artists. Y'all are not paying us. Okay. That's all it was.
So
I don't know the story, so I'm going off of what academics said.
Basically, for me, the way I see it, I don't see academics as being wrong. Mm-hmm. But then I do also understand that people aren't consistent with how they decide. They pick and choose who they want to come at. Jay-Z is a businessman.
Magnificent.
And he's a capitalist, which is the most important thing that people need to understand.
Facts.
When you build a successful business, and you see it happen all the time, people will build their brand to the highest level, and then they sell it, and they do something else.
Correct.
Dre did the same thing. He sold beats. Made what?
After he made
9 figures?
One deal.
One
deal.
No, 10 figures. Wasn't that $1 billion?
No, it came just under because it was like 3 of them or whatever, 2 of them.
9 figures of beats. You know what I'm saying? This is the consistency thing that I talk about that people aren't. Everybody can pile on Jay-Z, but if another black person, makes a shitload of money and they sell, if Rihanna sold her Fenty line, are y'all gonna have that same energy for her?
Because it's worth $1 billion.
Right. But it's what you do. When you look at the people who had Instagram, the people who had WhatsApp, you Snap, you build it up and you sell it.
Yeah,
that's
how
you
make the point.
Yeah. So it's just
capital.
I'm not mad at him. I would do the same goddamn thing. So it's just he's a businessman.
So you think it's being said because it's just Jay-Z?
Yeah. Like
I think black people expect too much from black people. Mm-hmm. And, everybody expects Jay-Z to save them. And, nobody saved Jay-Z. Jay-Z saved himself.
Exactly.
So it's just smarten up and put yourself in a position to save yourself. Mm-hmm. And in that same token, you can give back. But, Jay-Z's looking out for Jay-Z as he should. Mm-hmm. Conrad will always look out for Conrad. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just... I don't know. Whenever Jay-Z does something, people always jump on him about it. But other black artists or black celebrities do the same thing, and is never brought up, like that. But I don't care
because it happens to a lot of people. It's like you guys mentioned about Dre and selling the beats, and then 50 when he sold the vitamin water.
Sell high, buy low, bro. This is how it goes.
Yeah.
In the stock market and business, if your stock is high, you sell that.
But
shit.
what I feel like what academics is saying is keep the black people out of it. As far as saying that you're doing it for them when you know that you're doing it for a business.
He never said
that. But even though he sold it, did he not do it for black people? How many black people did he help along the way? You know what I'm saying? It's just, what if his heart isn't into something and he wants to, embark on a new endeavor, a new business, idea? Mm-hmm. He's allowed to sell it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just.
And on top of that, how many black people are supporting it? How many black people are actually supporting it?
That's what I was going to get into, because how long is the man supposed to wait? Because like you said, we need to support each other, and a lot of people want handouts. No, this is not a handout. This is not a discount. Like, you're going to get full price. You're going to get charged full price, because I myself am a businessman, and I want to have a successful business.
Jay-Z is 50-something years old. It took him 30-something years to build this to the point where he can say "Douce" in a song, and everybody wants to run out and buy "Douce" now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that shit took decades to get to have that much influence. Power. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It's just, the man can do what he want, man. Don't be mad. Be motivated, bro. You see how you see what he's doing. You see how he's being successful. Go do the same shit.
But it's funny how we talked about it before in regards to social media. Jay-Z doesn't have social media, so he hears it, but he doesn't comment on it. He continues to move, and he takes care of his business.
Listen, from up top there, you can't hear all the chatter, bro. Facts. So what?
Like, people, you heard about Versus? Versus just got sold.
Yeah, that's what.
And people mad,
really?
Like, oh, you're selling out. It's like, what the fuck else you supposed to do?
It was something
that took it as far as we could.
It's something that came about in a pandemic. This pandemic is more than likely to be over in another year.
Somebody wants to give us money for this, we're going to take the money. And they gave shares to all the artists that participated.
When your stock is high, you have to sell it. And 50 said it. He said the craziest thing about being the #1 artist in the world is you can only go down after that. So when your stock is that high, what can it do? It can only go down after that. Mm-hmm. So of course you sell it. It's just the logical thing to do.
Yes. But or you will be without.
But people don't react. People don't move off logic. They move off emotional impulses. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's what you're getting from academics and most of other people who aren't in his position having to make the decisions that Jay-Z has to make. Mm-hmm. So when you're not on that side making the decisions that somebody has to make, it's easy to sit and talk shit from the side that you're sitting on, or from the side, or from
Agreed.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this show up.
Listen, go check out the Instagram. It's inside_m.e.n. Go check us out. Go follow us. Go to the YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube InsideMen podcast. We have the video of each episode up there. So if you guys don't want to just see the audio and you want to see us inside the studio, it's there. Go check it out. Go subscribe. Go leave comments. Holla at us.
All right, guys. We're going to leave y'all with one last message. No matter your opinion or how you feel about certain things, everybody in the world wants equality. What's equal to you may not be equal to somebody else. But at the end of the day, all you have to do is respect the differences, so that way that everybody can live in a world that's peaceful. Sweet life. We out.